Hey folks, a very mild evening across the valley. Temperatures still hovering right around 70 or so. That's the normal high for mid-January is 70, and we're still there tonight. And it's not going to cool off a whole lot more. And of course, the story besides the temperatures being very mild is the wind. Gusts this last hour still running 20 to 30 miles an hour across the upper valley, kind of laying down a little bit as you get into Cameron and Willacy County, but that's all going to change later tonight into early tomorrow. Future Track says by 3 a.m. we're all looking at 20 to 30 mile an hour winds, and by 8 a.m. again about the same thing. So you wake up in the morning, it's already going to be very breezy, if not downright windy. Wind coming up from the south or maybe a little bit southeast. And by the time you get to lunchtime tomorrow, winds are sustained close to 30. That's a continuous wind. Then you get a gust every once in a while that's going to be closer to 40, 45, maybe even 50 in the coastal counties. That's why that wind advisory is in effect. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, still strong winds. You go into the evening hours, we see a little burst of wind coming through at about 7 o'clock in the evening to 40 plus. So the strongest winds may still be going on even after sunset tomorrow night. And then finally, the wind will start to lay down from west to east as that front approaches about 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Front goes through, and then by Saturday morning, we've got a north wind coming in pretty good for a little while, but then that wind will die out as we go through the daytime. By midday or so, you're down to 10 to 20, and by the end of the day, the wind goes calm. So very windy tomorrow. Windy to start on Saturday, but it then tapers off. Temperature-wise, normal 70. We're going to be 85 tomorrow. The record's 88. We'll be in record territory. And then a little cooler, but still above normal for Saturday and Sunday at 74 and 77. Now, Future Track keeps a few clouds around. It's a mix of clouds and sun during the daytime tomorrow. And again, very windy with the wind advisory in effect for the 3 counties closest to the coast. By 9 o'clock, the front is approaching from the northwest. Notice we are rain-free all day tomorrow and into the evening hours. It's tomorrow night when that front starts to move through, and this is one model timing, give or take an hour or two, but about 10 or 11 o'clock could trigger a few showers, maybe an isolated thunder shower in there. Notice there's no yellows or oranges or reds, so we think for the most part it's just brief showers, and by 2 o'clock in the morning what's left is along the coast, and by 4 a.m. it's gone, and that's the end of that. It turns cooler and sunny by the time we get to Saturday afternoon. Now, as far as severe weather goes, we don't expect any severe weather here. Spotty storms, yes, but nothing severe. As we zoom out a little bit, though, look at the rest of Texas. If you're going up to Houston or Dallas or Austin or Texarkana or even Shreveport, severe weather is not just possible, but likely, especially in this moderate risk area, likely severe weather, and then possible throughout that big area shaded in whatever shade this is right here. So big storms possible across a lot of Texas tomorrow. At our coast, a gale warning in effect. Not a good day to be out in the little boat. Southeast winds 20 to 35 knots, a high risk of rip current. So tonight 68 for a low, mainly cloudy. Then tomorrow very windy. Wind advisory in effect, a high of about 85. 85 tomorrow, cooler over the weekend. Best chance of rains tomorrow night with the front, and then maybe a sprinkler or two on Monday. Most of next week back in the 80s. That's your updated First Warn 5 AccuWeather forecast. Hey, Joel.